Hello everyone, and welcome to VOD of Consciousness with Sientir. I'm Sientir, and today we are temporarily looking like a henchman or hero because I used a thing that does that. It's interesting, Yetendi Canyons reminds me of Yeheni, the character from Magic the Gathering, but that no relation as far as I know, because this came way before. Ha! Yeheni's fairly new, and Yetendi Canyons is like 10 years old. Plus. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and talk to this guy. Sunspear Scouts. They give us things that when we kill enemies gives us bonuses. Just a thing in the area for earning the various title tracks in the game, but that's neither here nor there. So we're going to go grab the last Mesmer elite skill that I want to get that's reasonable to get. I think Panic would be useful to get, but it's also aggressively non-trivial. It's a randomized location boss in the final mission of Prophecies. So I might grab it, but it would take a while. Nope, not Prius. I would really like to be able to get more of those types of... Nope. I hit all of the wrong buttons to stop that from happening. I'd really like to get more mercenaries slots, but that would require me to spend money on them, and, well, you can help with my my budget by supporting me on my Patreon at patreon.com/Sientir, which I have failed to plug like this entire week, but hey, whatever. If people want to support me, they can support me. If they don't, you know, they can support me by watching and sharing my videos that way too, which actually matters a lot, because if people know about my stuff, then more people, like, if it's only a small percentage of people will financially support me, then the more people who know about me means the more people will support me, right? So even if you're not able to financially support me, which again is something that I would appreciate, but you know, it's up to you. I'm not sure if this guy's gonna have anything useful or not, but even if only, you know, like 10% support me, more people knowing about what I do and wanting to support, like, the more people know about me, the more people there will be in that 10%. So, like, basically, for every 10 people that learn about my content, if one of them supports me, then, you know, you telling some number of people about my content means that there's, whoops, that was weird, you know, a chance that one of them might choose to support me, even if you can't, so, financially support me. So, yeah, that is my comments on that. Important to try to prevent this person from getting into our backline too much. Dervishes are very dangerous. Dervish bosses especially so. I should actually use the fact that I have ranged to my advantage. So I want this boss to be attacking... oh, sweet! I got her scythe. That's rare. Bosses in many of the games post Sorrow's Furnace have a chance to have a green weapon, particularly in this game, I think, a lot of them. I'm not sure. Yeah, Factions, I think, has that too. They have a green weapon that they can drop from themselves, but they tend to be very rare. So this is actually a Zealous Scythe, too, which is... That's actually pretty useful. What does it look like? Okay, it's kind of a wonky skin. Not my favorite size skin, but that's actually really sweet. I got this earlier, too, from something in Factions. But those are all kind of rare drops. Oh, these. Ugh. So these are cute and obnoxious enemies that have a lot of blocking skills on their ranger side, which makes damaging them excruciatingly annoying. Looks like the boss I want is right over there, though, so we're gonna go bravely charge that position. We're gonna come up from over here, charge that location. The music doesn't know what it's trying to do, because it doesn't know if I'm in battle or not. Oh my goodness, that hurt. Well, I mean, I could try attacking this boss, but apparently that's not allowed. Here, get conditioned. This boss has Tease, which is the skill I'm trying to get. AKA Arwen? I remember a lot of people commenting that looked like Arwen in the art from Lord of the Rings movies. Forget the actress's name, but a lot of people thought it looked kind of like her. This is not very good right now because I don't have any investment in it, but it's basically another copy of Cry of Frustration, except it steals energy. So that phone, all of the foes in the area interrupted, and you steal some energy from all foes in the area. So it's kind of like Cry of Frustration, which is an area of effect interrupt. Except this one gives you energy instead of dealing damage. So Cry of Frustration is super good. And yeah, so anyway. Does this character want this scythe? I kind of like my Furious Hooked Scythe of Defense, which is actually pretty good, even if it's not the most attractive scythe skin. So I've gotten those elite skills. There's only one more that I really want to get. And like I said, it's non-trivial. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so I mean, not much more for it, but to go back to Embark Beach and try our luck at Hell's Precipice. Which, frankly, unless there's a Zaishin mission for it, is not worth doing in its entirety, but, you know. Oh, and I have 3 Zaishin missions anyway. They're probably... Yeah, Augury Rock, Imperial Sanctum, which I cannot do right now. And T-Hark Orchard, which is actually pretty easy to do because these are all solo missions that are pretty quick to do. Which I just like to get them and kind of hoard them. Okay, well let's... Where's the Tyrian fast travel? This is the Elonian fast travel. We're gonna grab this. I'm actually going to tweak my build some. Yeah, okay. Tyrian travel's right over here. I'm gonna stop by Ozum first. Ozum? I don't know. Sell those off. Are there bounties available? Nofastu Earthbound. Haha! This guy. Bunch of Norn rep points? Sure. I'll grab that. I can do that at some point in time. I've already done it, but, you know, why not? I want to go to Hell's Precipice. So, this mission is pretty dangerous. I do want to drop the domination magic for inspiration magic. And I'm going to use Tease. I'm going to keep Cry of Frustration even though it's not going to deal a ton of damage. Just because I like the area of effect interrupt, and that's more worthwhile to me than that. So, what that means I'm not going to be bringing... I'm going to bring Snowstorm. I'm going to bring Merciless Spear, I think, for that. So this area is pretty dangerous. I definitely want to drop Elias. The reason why I want to drop Elias is most of the enemies here are non-fleshy. And I'm just glancing through... Let's see. That's not as great. Generally, I think what she's doing is probably pretty good. But I want to drop Aura of Thorns or something else. Dust Cloak, probably. He's okay. General Morgan is probably fine. Not sure how good Blazing Spear will be in this area, to be honest. Yeah, I think he's probably okay on this for the most part, but I think... I'm going to give him Unblockable Throw. Or not Unblockable Throw, Wild Throw. Yeah, okay. But I'm going to kick Elias out of the party because Elias is not going to be helpful here. Because, as I was saying, a lot of the enemies... and this is going to be a much more useful build right here. A lot of the enemies are non-fleshy, which means you cannot raise minions from them. They don't leave corpses that you can raise minions from. So I'm going to go ahead and roll with... Actually, I need... do I want Snowstorm there? I need my Signet of Capture if I'm going to capture an elite. So... What's the... Oh, okay. So I can't have Snowstorm and Signet of Capture, and there's nothing to fear, and the Spear. Because you're only allowed 3... which is fine. So I guess I'll just keep running Merciless Spear. That seems reasonable. Blazing Spears... I think most of those enemies can be set on fire, so... although, I don't, strictly speaking, need that. Do I? Not when blind and stuff is getting thrown around. So I might put on, like, Spear of Lightning instead. Actually, if I'm using conditional... Sorry, I know this is not the most interesting thing, but I'm trying to figure out... if Chest Thumper would be better than Merciless Spear. It depends upon how well cracked armor is being spread. I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and enter this mission. I'm not going to finish it, especially not in this episode. But this is where I can go to get the elite skill that I want, which is Panic. So this is like the final mission, so there's a lot of story you don't have. Okay, seriously. When General Morgan runs forward, the fact that his headpiece clips through his... That feels like something that could be attended to, you know? So I don't know if I have an ideal party for dealing with this, but Risen Ashen Hulks are Necromancers. They're kind of annoying. They will generally have a minion with them, because it turns out they are... they use an elite skill that gives them at least one minion. And so... Titans are really annoying. When they die, they break down into lower forms of Titan. And this guy is going to spawn into some hands of the Titan. So you just have to be very careful not to get overloaded with enemies, because that's very easy to do when you're fighting against Titans. So that's just the important thing to remember. Be very careful not to get overwhelmed by the enemies. So we just need to kind of journey through to, like, over into this area and stuff, and hopefully we'll find it fairly early. I'm not planning on finishing the mission necessarily. The Undead Lich is going to pop up at certain spots to taunt us. I actually hit him there. He teleports away pretty quickly. There's not... You'll fight him later inside the caldera of the volcano, because this game needs to be epic or something, I guess. Oh, this is just a lot of enemies on my face. I should back up. Let Milani do the tanking. That's what she's here for. Shadow of Fear is annoying. It makes you attack slower. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Whatever. Aha! My Tease skill was successful. So what looks like a small number of enemies quickly spirals into a larger number of enemies, which can get out of control. So that's something to be careful about. I clearly do not have energy problems, and I should be using Lightning Spear more often. Okay, I just need to get used to actually using certain skills on my bar. One of the things you also have to worry about in this mission is just random friggin' rocks falling from the sky, and Sparks of the Titans, which are extremely powerful elementalists. So you have to keep an eye out on what these guys are trying to do. Interrupting Mind Burn is good. Rodgort's Invocation is even more important to stop. Yeah, Rodgort's Invocation is area of effect and a lot of damage. These are some of the few enemies that you can kill or that when you kill leave corpses that you can animate out of. So that's something to be aware of. And also just be careful not to run on. I know I'm giving a lot of play advice for something that a lot of people are probably not going to experience, but oh well. Okay. I'm trying to decide. Oh, this part is really, really bad. There's a lot of Sparks of the Titans. It's a very narrow spot. Yeah, you can see what happens. I'm just pulling everyone back. We don't want them too bunched up, because otherwise they're just going to get absolutely hammered by all of the Sparks of the Titans. And they're very, very deadly area of effect spells. One of the reasons why Sparks of the Titans are so deadly is, if you look at them, you might notice they are level 28. Yeah, right there, another spark. I'm just going to auto-attack it for a bit, keeping vigilant. Okay, we did not die there, which is super easy to do. That is a very, very, very deadly choke point. Extremely dangerous, extremely dangerous. Hopefully that's not too redundant of me, but, like, I have to emphasize that area is real bad. Yeah. Okay. Cool. We survived the choke point of choke points. So, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this episode here, because it's getting pretty long. And next time, we will continue on towards Panic. So, until then, everyone, take care. Bye-bye.